I'm the director of Nespresso in Mauritius, Réunion and Mayotte. And I welcome you all on this beautiful sunny day to the official launch of our recycling capsules recycling program. With this in mind, I would like to remind you that before going today, you are invited to collect your gift pack that is inside our store. Inside the gift pack you will find some recycling bags that you will use at home for collecting the used capsules and return them back into our point of sale. In our points of sales we are equipped with a recycling bin tailor-made for this scope. And if you don't remind that, our coffee specialist will make sure that you remind to bring back the capsules the next time. I'm Italian, as you know, like all Italians I like to talk, so I better stop myself. And I would like to introduce to you my friend Julien Mario, who is the Business Development Manager for Nespresso in Dubai.
It's a real pleasure for me to be here again in Mauritius. I think it's probably like the fifth time I came. It's always a pleasure, always very sunny, and today it's even more important for us because it's another key milestone for Nespresso on the island as we're expanding our sustainability commitment. Our ambition in Nespresso is to provide the highest coffee quality and the most sustainable portion coffee solution in the world. That's a big statement indeed. Huh? But you have to understand that everything we do in Nespresso, our DNA, our core value is built on sustainability. Recycling, as you mentioned, Luigi, it's one of the aspects of the water initiative that we started back in 2003. We call internally this program the Positive Cup, which is made of 3 pillars. The first one is responsible sourcing, because it's what makes Nespresso unique today. I think we're the only coffee company in the world having direct relationship with coffee farmers. We're working with more than 70,000 farmers in the world in the coffee belt, and we have developed now a very strong initiatives by giving a lot of support to those coffee farmers. So we have around the world 300 agronomists that are basically giving technical supports to ensure the right productivity, the right quality of the product. And as you probably know, the coffee farmer is a very difficult work to be done. They're exposed to a lot of issues, climate change, productivity issues, and we like to make sure that we are giving them the full support that they can still provide the quality of the coffee. Recycling, of course, because today we're using aluminium, and aluminium is the only material that could be recycled infinite. Up to date, there is more than 75% that the aluminium that has been produced over the world which is still in use, which is amazing. And this is why we're using aluminium as well, because this is the only way to provide and to preserve the quality of the coffee, the freshness of the aroma. The last pillars of the Positive Cup is our carbon footprint. So we are doing the torrefaction, the roasting of the coffee is done in Nespresso factories in Switzerland, and we're monitoring very quickly, very precisely, the way that we produce our coffee. So our ambition is to reduce by more than 28% the carbon footprint, and the objective is to be carbon neutral. So we engage as well for a number of years into agroforestry. So we build, as of today, we plant more than 2.5 million trees in the coffee plantations to protect this area. So today we talk about recycling. So as mentioned by Luigi, you're going to be able to see what we've been putting in place. The recycling project has been a key project for us, and I have to say that we've got a buy-in of all of our stakeholders in Mauritius, of course started by our partner Scott, which was absolutely enthusiastic. Thank you, Matthew, for that. I'd like to thank Wasim. I don't know, where is Wasim? Can you raise your hand, Wasim? Wasim? Okay, so Wasim is still working in, so Wasim is a project manager of Scott, and thank a big round of applause for Wasim because he's been instrumental to make this project. I'd like to thank as well our local partners, because you will see when you go through the full explanation, it's a local process that we put in place because we want things to be locally made and relevant to Mauritius Islands. So we partner with two local companies. The first one with Amtrek, and I think there's someone from Amtrek somewhere. Thank you. And Amtrek is collecting the aluminium and compacting, and the aluminium that you collect is moving back to the filiers. And the other partner is iMove. We have someone from iMove as well. I think we have two people from iMove today. Yeah, thank you. So iMove is NGO. I think you guys are working for more than 20 years now in Mauritius, giving support to underprivileged, providing well-balanced meals, and the coffee is used as a compost in iMove farms to raise vegetables that are used in the meals. And you can also, if I'm correct, you can also buy those vegetables into Winners, which is a local supermarket in Mauritius. So thank you again. I would like as well, of course, to thank our B2C and B2B customers because we implement the full recycling process no matter what, if it's capsule purchase on the hotels, restaurants, and our boutiques.
From Nespresso from the Middle East and Africa. Welcome with Julien. Luigi Pacini is head of Nespresso in Mauritius and in La Réunion. And we're very happy to welcome you today for this project, which has been a personal project of mine as well, where I put a lot of effort in making it become a success. Because of course, we're here about the environment, sustainability, which is, I think it's up to everyone to take their responsibility when it comes to the environment. I think too often there's a bit of confusion between waste management and protecting the environment. Because sometimes we think cleaning up plastic on the beach or on the road, at the end of the day, to put it back into a landfill is you're not doing a great step for the environment. So what recycling is all about is to revaloriser le déchet and to make sure that you're retransforming it rather than going back to fossil fuel or extracting metals or aluminium from the earth. Okay, so it's all a question of re-putting the waste back into the circuit so we don't extract more of the natural resources from underneath the ground. And this is why it's so important. And especially I think in Mauritius, where it's even more important is we're a country where we import lots of stuff. Where does all our déchets go? Marché cause. And that's it. And if you think about it, we're importing 100 containers a day coming into the port. Where does all that waste go? Into one place. And I think it's important as a company and as an individual to see what we can do, and every single small action does count to make sure that we have a responsible attitude. And I think it's true that if we look at Britain, there's a lack of, I would say, policy from the government, or you could always wait to recycle, wait for local authorities to put a recycling system into place, and there's not. So what do? Do we wait for other authorities to put something into place, or do we become do we lead the pack by trying to do something that is concrete for our planet at the end of the day? And I think what we look at, if we look at our values, obviously being responsible is being dedicated and accountable, something we care about. So responsible stakeholders and sustainable stakeholders in the local economy is something that's important. But then where we need to be careful is, yes, you can start being recycled for commercial reasons. You know, customers are asking us to recycle, so we can go out there and recycle. Bonjour. Asseyez-vous. we could go out there and just say we're recycling for the sake of recycling. And what's important is why responsible is we need to make sure that everything, the promise that we're giving to people that we recycle our project goes all the way back into the system. And that's with partners like iMove or MTREC. We've actually found these partners to work together with. So when we decided, we had many passionate arguments about recycling, Luigi, etc. Where do we put the recycling plant? I said, let's put it next to our head office, next to the front door, because we are proud of it, and we have no issue of hiding the system. So when we're going to visit later, you'll see just 5 meters from the entrance of our head office, this is where we put the recycling center into place, because we are proud to show it to people, and we're proud that we have an accountability and a traceability of everything that we do, which I think is very important. So we decided to do it ourselves, because you could subcontract it, but then you lose a certain amount of control over what happens. And the last thing we want to do is to do things badly. Whoops. I think why I would like to think Nespresso is when we select our partners on which we work, we have a reflection now, do we need to work with the right partner? And of course, a part of sustainability is something that is important, because Scott, as a company, we believe a lot in the sustainability of the planet, so we want to work with partners that share the same values than us. And I think in Nespresso we found the ideal partner where they've helped us put this program together. But it's not just a question, the complexity of it is not just a question of recycling the capsules, it's the whole logistic chain to make sure that the capsule is coming from a consumer, be it in a hotel or be it in someone's home, to bring it all the way back to here. And this is, it's easy to say we do recycling, but to collect the capsules and the effort behind is where the complexity is. And today, I think with the help of the team here, we've managed to achieve and to put the systems into place to make sure the capsules come back to the right place. And it's always a struggle, because it's always a lot easier just to throw it in the bin. And as a reflex as well, we're always having to fight against that, because obviously today to not recycle is a lot easier than recycling. And that's the complexity in which we live today. I think, yes, so the center, what we tried to do as well is, instead of building up a new center, we actually converted an old archives center, which used to be full of paper, and we managed to do that because we decided to go paperless in the operation, so there's less paper that we're using in the company. So that liberates the place, and then we converted in our container to be in the reuse model as well. Instead of build from new, let's see what we have around, and with a bit of marketing material and a nice coat of paint, we can make something that give a second life to a place that was not fully utilized. Yes, so I'd like to thank as well the team of Nespresso, our partners as well, who have helped put this project together. Wasim, thanks a lot as project manager for all the efforts that you put into place. Thank you, Nespresso, as well for your support. And now I'll let Sergey have a few words.
You, Matthew, personally, you, Luigi, and the whole Scott team for this strong contribution, and the project management, and the possibility to launch this recycling program in Mauritius. This is very important for our company, for Nespresso globally, because this is one of our strategic pillars for Nespresso, together with the coffee expertise. And you know that coffee is and our passion for coffee is in everything what we're doing, in the selection coffee, in blending coffee, in producing different varieties of coffee. Together with innovation, because innovation is another passion for us, and as you know, Nespresso appeared in the world as innovation, because the engineers from Nestle, they were the first who discovered the way of brewing coffee and make it possible to produce a really perfect cup of coffee as a barista at home or in the office or in the hotel. And sustainability is our strong commitment in our business, and sustainability is, together with our Nespresso AAA program, the key priority for Nespresso globally. So as you're probably aware that the Nespresso AAA program is dedicated to support the farmers, and we are building strong relations, long-term relations with farmers in 12 countries in the world, and supporting 75,000 of farmers and bringing them the expertise how to grow the coffee, how to develop their area, how to support the production, and share our expertise. And the recycling is another topic which is critically important for our business, because we strongly believe that first of all, that aluminium is the best product to preserve and keep coffee fresh and protect it from moisture, from light, and keep it fresh and in terms of the quality, taste, and aroma. And aluminium is one of the most recyclable products in the earth, and 75% of aluminium products are made of recycled aluminium today. And basically launching this program in Nespresso, this is our contribution to the sustainability, and basically it's a very important step in our strategic program. So I think it will be very successful, and we are constantly working and encouraging our club members to bring recycling products, recycled capsules to the collecting points. And today in the world we have more than 100,000 collecting points. So now we are opening the new ones in Mauritius, and Mauritius is becoming 54th countries in the world where the recycling program is launched. So I'm really sure that it will be very successful, and it's a new step in the development of Nespresso business in Mauritius.
Okay. Any questions for us?
Where do the recycle go? It is stored here, you're sending it back in, I don't know,
So
in
there's two
Europe?
parts. What we do today is we separate the coffee from the aluminium. The coffee is now sent to iMove, which is a ONG that uses this as a compost and fertilizer for planting. Then the aluminium now is compacted and then exported back into the aluminium recycle circuit. And one thing you must not forget, as Sergey said, aluminium is one of the items that can be recycled indefinitely.
There's this sort of plastic, what does go with the color? Is the color of the plastic? Where does it go?
There's no plastic, so it's just
It's a food thin.
which burns
film.
off basically when you go through the process of melting the aluminium.
It's a natural layer made out by the aluminium when it's processed, which protects the food from the container.
Any other questions?
You talk about hotels, but the simple customer, are you going to
Yeah,
to
so-
incite them to come back with?
So there's a whole program that you will see this now. Basically what we will be giving all new customers coming to the shop, they will be getting a recycling bag. And in every single shop that we have is, we have a recycling unit in which they depose the capsule and then they buy the new capsules. And just so we, as you know, Nespresso is omni-channel. We serve in hotels, restaurants, bars, to the individuals through our shops, and we also sell on the web. So any delivery that's happening through the web as well, the chauffeurs will collect the capsules back as well. So we're looking at the total universe to make sure that any club member or Nespresso fan is able to recycle their product.
Just to add this, so opening the facilities and making it possible is just the first step. So the next step is just to communicate to the club members the importance of recycling and encourage them to bring and recycle capsules to our premises and explain them what is why it is so important, and basically this should be their contribution to the society and to support the sustainability in the world, because it's all responsibility. It's not only Nespresso who is
concerned. It's the whole of us, the whole of humanity.
So our communication campaign is going to start basically today. So we're going to spread the word. We count on you as well to spread the word to the customers that now they can recycle Nespresso capsules. The process is very much hassle-free as well. So you get a bag, as mentioned by Matthew. You can drop off your bags. You can ask a driver to pick up your bags when you get delivered in e-commerce. So we're going to make sure that all of our customers today on our prospect knows about it, and they will be eager to contribute as well and to participate to our program because we need it.
And thank you for spreading the word.
Okay. Any more questions? No. So if you don't have any more questions, I will now encourage you to follow us. We will proceed to the ceremony.
Ok, c'est bon?
Pareil.
Donc, c'est un projet qui a pris naissance il y a 2-3 ans, on a commencé. Et c'est clair que pour moi, ce qui est important, on confond à des fois gestion des déchets et la filière recyclage. Parce que souvent, on va passer, on va dire oui, il faut que l'île Maurice soit propre, on ramasse les saletés, mais ça finit où? Ça finit toujours dans l'enfouissement. Alors que pour nous, on amène une valeur ajoutée de s'assurer qu'on réinjecte nos matières recyclées dans la filière de recyclage. Pour l'exemple de Nespresso, on a voulu gérer toute la filière du moment que les produits sont consommés chez le consommateur, on les met dans le sac. La capsule repasse par nos boutiques, revient ici. Ici, on a employé 2 personnes de la communauté locale pour séparer le café de l'aluminium. L'aluminium est compacté, après renvoyé dans le circuit de l'aluminium pour être recyclé. Et comme vous savez, l'aluminium est recyclable à l'infini, alors que le marc de café est utilisé comme compost pour la culture de produits locaux, et donc par l'organisation iMove qui vend quelques-uns de ces tomates même dans les supermarchés à l'île Maurice. Donc voilà, donc aujourd'hui on est très fiers de ce projet parce que comme vous voyez, on a mis ça devant l'entrée principale de Scott, parce que c'est une fierté, on ne veut pas du tout cacher cette partie qui est importante parce qu'on valorise les capsules de café et on recycle à l'infini. Voilà.
D'accord. Donc vous avez mentionné qu'il y a 5 points où les capsules sont récupérées.
Donc aujourd'hui, ouais, il y a 5 points pour les consommateurs de café individuels, donc ils recyclent dans toutes nos boutiques. Les gens qui achètent en ligne, on récupère leur café à la livraison. Et on a mis aussi une logistique en place pour récupérer toutes les capsules dans le circuit hôtelier. Et tous les hôtels aujourd'hui, on les provide avec un bill de recyclage à chaque point, avec un bill central où ils ramènent le café. Donc nous, on s'en charge une fois par semaine. On a notre collègue qui passe dans tous les hôtels récupérer tous les cafés pour être traités ici.
Et les 5 points, c'est...
Donc aujourd'hui, il y a ici à Richter, il y a Grand-Mille-la-Croisette, il y a le magasin de Bagatelle, Ruisseau Créole à Rivière-Noire et à Flac Cœur de Ville.
Combien de capsules sont utilisées par an, à votre avis?
À mon avis, on doit utiliser en tout un peu plus que 5 millions de capsules à Maurice. Et notre objectif, c'est d'arriver à... On a une capacité de recyclage où on peut recycler ici déjà plus que la moitié de ces capsules. Et aujourd'hui, on veut arriver à... je pense qu'on a des objectifs dans l'hôtellerie d'arriver à 80% de taux de recyclage. Et les individus, je pense que c'est l'action de tout le monde d'arriver à les encourager, mais on essaie de faciliter l'œuvre. C'est ça le concept dedans. Il n'y a pas de raison de ne pas recycler.
Donc c'est un produit qui est plus ou moins recyclable à 100%.
100% valorisé. Donc aujourd'hui, donc là on parle de l'aluminium, mais aussi à savoir aussi tout ce qui est carton aussi on recycle. Donc on essaie de recycler à 100% le produit, de revaloriser le produit.
Donc c'est un nouveau cycle pour Scott. Rentrer un petit peu dans,
Voilà, bon,
dans le
pour
recyclage.
Scott, c'est quelque chose qu'on a mis en place, même si vous visitez nos bureaux, on a des bins de recyclage partout. On a essayé de s'assurer que, par exemple, on bannit tout ce qui est bouteilles en plastique au niveau des employés, on les a donné des bouteilles en verre. On encourage tout ce qui est Tupperware plutôt que polystyrène. Donc c'est des actions qu'on essaie de mettre en place pour s'assurer, comme good corporate citizen et responsible, d'amener un élément de sustainability. Et c'est quelque chose, c'est un projet que je gère moi-même parce que c'est important.
Comment vous allez inciter vos consommateurs de Nespresso de se servir du petit sac en plastique? Est-ce que vous allez les envoyer ou bien quand ils vont venir dans les 5 points, ils vont venir?
Donc en fait, on a formé tous nos coffee specialists sur le recyclage. Donc à chaque fois qu'un client va venir à la boutique, on va les donner un sac et on va les expliquer le processus aussi. Donc c'est une éducation qui se fait graduellement à chaque point de vente quand ils viennent dans le boutique. Voilà.
Donc vous avez mentionné l'idée vient depuis 2 ans. Mais vous avez commencé le projet depuis quand?
Donc on a commencé en trial basis il y a 1 an et demi. Et là on fait le full rollout aujourd'hui avec le lancement parce qu'il y avait des points validés aussi. Et comme on a dit tout à l'heure, c'était important d'être responsable. Donc on ne veut pas, c'est pas un geste commercial, mais c'est beaucoup plus un geste fort pour s'assurer qu'on a une full traçabilité de tout le processus.
Vous avez parlé tout à l'heure que l'aluminium retourne dans le circuit. Est-ce que vous avez un cahier des charges que vous avez donné à ces compagnies-là, que c'est sûr qu'on ne retrouve pas ça à Marcyclos, dans une poubelle quelque part, dans une rivière peut-être?
Ouais. Donc aujourd'hui, ça c'est quelque chose qui est important. Avant de valider nos partenaires, on les a audités. Et je pense que c'est important aussi. On va continuer à les auditer on an ongoing basis pour s'assurer que justement, que vous dites que le produit finit dans la bonne filière. Et Nespresso aussi, au niveau du head office, a beaucoup de critères pour s'assurer justement qu'on le fait. Et c'est pourquoi d'ailleurs on le fait ici, chez nous, pour s'assurer cette confiance.
Quel est le coût de ce projet?
Il n'y a pas de gros coût à such, c'est beaucoup plus de mettre des ressources derrière, parce que comme vous avez vu, on a recyclé le container, etc. Donc c'était une couche de peinture, mais c'est beaucoup plus de mettre en place le réseau et de s'assurer que nos employés sont tous partants et engagés dans le projet. C'est là où et nos partenaires, nos clients, donc c'est beaucoup plus un acte citoyen qu'un acte financier.
Vous allez exploiter où les capsules?
Donc les capsules aujourd'hui, ça repart dans la filière. Et la filière, je pense que les capsules repartent en Europe pour être recyclées.
Combien de tonnes d'aluminium recyclé que vous attendiez par an?
En fait, chaque capsule fait 6 grammes. Donc maintenant, tout dépend du consommateur, combien il nous retourne pour... Mais voilà, nous, on veut arriver sur les targets de passer... je pense qu'il faut conscientiser. Donc je fais appel à vous, la presse, pour passer le message, c'est quelque chose qui est important. Mais pour nous, oui, ça dépend énormément du consommateur final, l'acte de recycler. Donc aujourd'hui, ce que je peux vous dire chez Scott et les employés de Scott, on recycle à 100%. Maintenant, il faut que le message passe.
Après, on a mis en place un système qui se veut le plus facile possible en fait pour les clients, pour que ça soit aussi un acte qui soit facile à effectuer. Hein. En fait, en termes d'objectifs, on a des objectifs, on a les chiffres, on les garde pour nous parce qu'on ne veut pas trop communiquer de chiffres. L'objectif, effectivement, à terme, c'est les 32. Nous, on a mis la capacité en fait, de reproduire 100% des capsules peuvent être recyclées. La capacité est là, dans les points de vente, les points de collecte, chez tous nos clients, professionnels. Après, nous, on va s'assurer effectivement de faire le travail de communication. Donc, on a un plan de communication qui est maintenant prêt à partir, à la fois dans nos points de vente. On compte sur vous, effectivement, pour en parler dans les boutiques et à travers aussi du marketing direct, à travers des emailing et du SMS qu'on va envoyer à nos clients. Effectivement, ça fait partie également du travail des côtés spécialistes, de bien s'assurer. Et si vous êtes client Nespresso et qu'on vous livre des capsules sans sac recyclable, vous m'appelez. Parce que c'est là qu'on a un problème. Ouais.
Ça marche bien en Europe, ce genre d'activité?
Ouais. Alors nous, on a commencé le recyclage. Le premier marché, ça a été la Suisse en 1991. La raison pour laquelle ça met du temps, en fait, c'est qu'on met en place des systèmes en fait, customisés par chaque marché. Parce que ça dépend aussi de l'infrastructure en fait, qui existe dans le marché. Donc si je prends par exemple la France aujourd'hui, depuis maintenant quelques années en France, le recyclage des capsules se fait dans la collecte collective des poubelles. Vous avez donc différentes poubelles, vous avez la poubelle organique, vous avez la poubelle verte, vous avez la poubelle jaune. Le client en France, il drop juste son sac de recyclable dans la poubelle jaune et ça va partir dans le recyclage. Pour d'autres pays, notamment Maurice, il n'y a pas cette infrastructure qui existe, donc là on est obligé de mettre en place quelque chose de vraiment spécifique. Et on veut s'assurer, comme vous l'avez mentionné, que les capsules ne vont pas finir dans la mer. Hein. Franchement, ce serait la dernière chose qu'on souhaite. Et donc on a mis en place un système de traçabilité où nos partenaires, que ce soit M-Trek ou iMove, ils ont été audités, ils ont été validés par une compagnie externe qui travaille avec nous, qui est venue plusieurs fois à Maurice, pour nous assurer effectivement qu'on avait fait le bon choix en termes de partenariat. Et on a fait tout un galop d'essai de pilotage maintenant depuis plus d'un an. Hein. D'un an, on a collecté effectivement les capsules auprès de nos clients professionnels mais aussi les boutiques pour s'assurer que le système fonctionne. Je pense qu'aujourd'hui, on a un très bon système.
Étant donné qu'il n'y a pas cette logistique-là, Maurice, de tri des déchets, ça n'augmente pas le coût de production de ce projet-là, étant donné que vous devez aller chercher dans les hôtels?
Ça fait partie des discussions qu'on a avec Scott, donc effectivement on est en partenariat entre Nespresso et Scott pour s'assurer que le projet fonctionne. Ce qui est important, c'est qu'il n'y a aucun coût supplémentaire pour le client. Ça c'est le plus important, donc ça ne coûte rien le fait de recyclage, c'est juste prendre le sac, avoir le geste, effectivement de mettre son sac dans la poubelle, le recyclage Nespresso.
Ici on le fait manuellement ici, est-ce qu'en Europe on fait en automatisation?
Tout à fait, vous avez très bonne question. En fait, on a développé ce qu'on appelle un shredder, qui est une machine en fait qui déchiquette en fait les capsules. Donc un déchiqueteur avec en dessous un tapis vibrant qui permet effectivement de séparer l'aluminium du compost. On avait hésité, parce que cette machine-là, on avait hésité effectivement à savoir est-ce qu'on investissait à court terme sur cette machine-là qui existe, qui était designée par Nespresso. Et puis on a la conclusion qu'aujourd'hui ça ne justifiait pas. C'est pour ça qu'on fait une opération manuelle, ce qui donne aussi l'opportunité de créer des emplois. Et effectivement, à terme, si effectivement la quantité de capsules de recyclage atteint le objectif qui s'est fixé, on va réfléchir effectivement avec Scott pour rester dans une machine pour être capable d'assurer effectivement le rythme de recyclage.
Il y a eu des emplois supplémentaires grâce à cette initiative.
Oui, les deux opérateurs que vous avez pu voir, un chauffeur. 3 emplois créés, bravo Mathieu.